Hey, how's it going, everybody? It is the Tuesday, the 23rd July, 2013, and here you are on the Ant-Man channel. Welcome, welcome, everyone, one and all, black and white, woman and child, male and alien, whatever. You're all welcome here. It's no discrimination. I'm doing the news more than usual today because I guess I just see a lot of good stuff. You know, sometimes you got good stuff coming in, sometimes you don't. Like, for example, this article that I have in front of me right now is from WND.com under the column Faith, and it is by Bob Unruh. And this article is entitled WND Exclusive, Coming Soon, America's Own Islamic No-Go Zones. Expert on terror training camps say expansion plans in works. So if it's bad enough that liberals are selling your country out and telling you to be tolerant of absolutely everybody that, you know, that contradicts what you believe in, or for your own safety, because if you have read the Quran, which I haven't, but I've you know, I'm gonna leave this guy's name anonymous, and I don't have any animosity or angst or resentment toward him at all. I actually get along with the guy, even though we've been through some altercations. As an EMT working in LA County, the greater LA County, big city, working in my EMT unit, I was working with a guy who read out of the Quran right next to me while I was driving, and he would be on the phone, sounding all sanctimonious and all reverend-like to somebody, going, "Brother, don't you know the white man is the devil?" And it's like, man, I'm right here, but I'm not white. But I'm just saying, it's like you're saying the most ridiculous garbage I've ever heard in my life. Well, if you didn't know, the Muslim and Islam religion is not good. It's not good for you and me as Americans. They don't like us, and they never will. It's totally against them. They take it as an honor out of killing you and me. They take it as a thing of it's worth dying for. Their entire belief system is, oh, you kill a Christian, man, boy, are you gonna get a reward. Which they're right, you will get your reward. But anyways, I got this article. I'm gonna just read into it right now. Coming soon to dozens of locations across the United States, America's own no-go zones, where Muslims simply install their own courts, government, justice, and punishment, much like the Islamic no-go zones that already exist across the European Union, and whether others obviously no-go. That's according to an expert on such activity, Martin Maurer, on the Christian Action Network. His organization has been so solid in its opposition to radical Muslim expansion across the United States, he's been targeted in a $30 million defamation lawsuit by Muslims of the Americas, founded by Pakistan Sheikh Mubarak Ali Gilani. You can get out of my country, okay? This is my country. We're a republic. We believe in the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, okay? You can leave. You don't like us, you can go back to, the Holy Land or wherever you're from, because, you're not going to come here and ruin our peace, okay? Just, if you want to go and bomb Christians, man, I mean, Obama is allowing that to go on hardcore in Syria right now. Why don't you go to Syria if you want to kill? It's not even a funny joke, because, I feel for those people out there. I really do. I feel for all the Christians in Sudan, and I feel for all the Christians in Syria, because those are real places where you and I would not be able to survive, being an American spoiled brat that takes everything for granted, because we've been conditioned through our own education system and everyone around us to just be good little slaves and let our freedoms go by. Well, I've had enough, and I'm awake now, so it's time to get our republic back. The claims that are that the Muslims of the Americas were damaged by Cannes publication of the book Twilight in America, the untold story of Islamist terrorist training camps inside America. And I don't have, and I'm not totally against Muslims. I know that there are some Muslims that believe in God, the real God. But it's just like if you were talking about any other group. There are those people in within groups that, sometimes you will get a misguided judgment of what type of people these people are. It's not the entire Muslim, nation. It's just the ones that are Islamic. They're the ones that you need to watch out for. They have in their Bible or Quran or whatever they want to call it, they believe that it's good to deceive people for the sake of, doing it for Allah. Act like a coward, deceive people, kill them when they're not expecting it. Innocent people, everyone. They don't believe in Allah, kill them. That's their religion of peace. The book accuses the Muslims of the Americas of acting as a front for the radical Islamist group Jaamat Ul-Fuqra. Cannes officials Tuesday told WND the case is at the stage of exchanging documents in preparation for the future or further discovery. Maher recently told Fox News that the leaders of the Muslim organization feel they have to defend themselves to their own members because he would have expected the case to be dropped, and it is based on the claims of a former New York informant who poses as a member of the Muslim group and alleged it was involved in street crimes, drugs, brothels, unemployment fraud, and other offenses. These are no question that terror training camps exist. There is no question that terror training camps exist across the U.S. according to the DVD titled Homegrown Jihad, the terrorist camps around the U.S. There are nearly 36 Islamic terrorist training compounds operating under the name Muslims of America. The documentary states, under the leadership of a radical Pakistani cleric, Sheikh Mubarak Galani, Muslims of America has thousands of devoted followers who are being groomed for homegrown jihad. But what do you think that whole Boston bombing thing was? You don't think that they're already here? They're here. The Islamic terrorists, the Muslim extremists are here. They work very well for the politicians to say, you know what I mean? I'm serious. I'm not trying to make up conspiracy theories here, but they work very well with the Agenda 21 or whatever you want to call it, because they're going around and they're doing these false flag event type things, that look like a government stage, But yeah, they're not organic situations. These things are absolutely, they're packaged for, they're meant to happen. They don't just happen. They're not organic. These people have planned. They have an agenda. It's not just for no reason. They're going around bombing people. And this is something that I fear is going to become a growing trend, is that you're going to see these types of things going on in our country, man. We're going to start slowly turning into a third world country, man. We're going to start seeing these types of things like bombings and, maybe not tomorrow, but in a few years, you'll see. If you don't fight up against, if you don't speak up, to these politicians nowadays, then there is no future. There is no question that the terror training camps exist across the U.S. according to a DVD film. I just read that. The documentary states under the leadership... Actually, I just read that too. Yeah, that they were going for homegrown jihad. Well, anything can be abused, They get a foothold in our country, and of course they're going to bring their buddies that are gangbangers. They're modern... Their gangbangers are worse than our gangbangers because they're actually militant but religious nut jobs with guns, and they're military trained. Our gangbangers are just a bunch of low-level criminals that get suckered into that criminology, or that type of criminal mentality by the government, who is absolutely growing the opium in Afghanistan, using the Marines to do it, shipping it over here to get the yuppie, dumb, ignorant gangbangers to sell it and get caught and put in the system to get us all acclimated to, living on the inside, that type of guilty before proven innocent, that conditioning of arrested development. The project by Cannes exposes these dangerous terrorist compounds and reveals for the first time a secret training tape in which American Muslims are recruited to join one of the most advanced training courses in Islamic military warfare, right here in America. Training includes instructions in explosive kidnapping, murder, firing weapons, and guerrilla warfare, the documentary explains. Oh, those are all great things for the children here in America, I guess. Murder and kidnapping, that sounds awesome. Who doesn't like that? Maher told WND he now has learned that the Muslim organization is attempting to model the previously secretive training camps after the European no-go zones. Across the EU, there are enclaves where Muslims make up almost 100% of the population. They have been known to set up Sharia religious law courts alongside secular court systems and exert control over every facet of life up to and including applying Islamic limits to what people do, say, wear, and believe. I think, I don't know where this is, but I know that there's a place, maybe in Chicago, I'm thinking, that there's like a McDonald's that has segregated lines for men and women that believe in Sharia law and stuff. It's so weird to see that in America. They have been known to set up Sharia religious law courts alongside What they're trying to do is step up from the training camp, the secretive plotting location, and become their own state within a state, he told WND. Law enforcement often even is afraid to enter in such zones, he noted. To enter into such zones. Yeah, but they'll pick on me for smoking a little weed or something, you know, or they'll take your kids away for smoking a little weed, you know, and I'm not going to act like I'm goody two-shoes perfect or anything, okay? But don't throw a stumbling block before me, all right? I'm not perfect, and neither are you, and I'm not trying to confess that I do things or anything like that, but you shouldn't be judging. And if you have a preconceived notion that you think marijuana, cannabis is bad, then I'll welcome you to a debate on that anytime. Don't judge people, you know, just love people, okay? If I can handle it, then don't worry about it. If you can't handle it, that's fine, you know. Hemp oil, it cures cancer, but hey, I'm not a scientist. I don't believe in evolution. I didn't go to these taxpayer-funded institutions that teach this to be considered a smart person. I'm just a person that looks up information for myself. I don't need professors to tell me this stuff. Anyways, oh yeah, I got enough time to read this actually. We are used to, in the past, hearing about Islamic plans for, now there's a whole strategy change to infiltrate and immigrate and set up societies within societies, he said. But anyway, going back to the police being scared. This is your job. You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to go after these guys. They're the real enemies, pretending to be like, you know, every other liberal in the country. Oh, where's the tolerance at? Hey, I know what you're about, and I know what you're trying to do. You know, this is ridiculous. You know, like, call a spade for once in your life, okay? Take some responsibility. You know, it's like when you spank a child. It looks cruel on the outside, but you're really showing it love, man. You're taking care of your child and teaching it something. Excuse me. My dog, he has bad timing sometimes. Anyways, Dearborn, Michigan, where hundreds of thousands of Muslims have settled, is an example. He said their city and police officials have been sued successful in a long list of cases that allege they discriminate against Christians effectively by applying Sharia law to society. He said the new idea of no-go zones is huge. They provide weapons and guards and government officials in their own societies. They build what they want on their compounds. They buy their own people. Their kids do not go to the public schools, he said. Well, they do something right that we don't. Trust our government. The concerns about, well, I love government and the way our politics works. I just don't like the administration and the past 100 years of president sellouts that we've had that didn't stand up to the Federal Reserve. You know, not like JFK, the only man that served the U.S. presidency in the last, you know, who knows. The concerns about Islamist compounds continue to rise. Only a few weeks ago, according to a WTOV television report in West Virginia, Brooke County Sheriff Chuck Jackson tried to assure residents that there is no terror cell active in his region. He told the station he'd reviewed the claims and investigated the purported site, and as recently as this year. Myself and the chief deputy talked to the farmers in the area over there. We went over the property in question in primary a hunting camp. There are some guys out there. They do some target practice, and they're all local guys. It is not a terrorist training camp, I assure you, he said. But officials with the West Virginia Intelligence Fusion Center said they actively are investigating information that suggests terrorists are within the borders of the state, the report said. Well, yeah, I'm sure that the idiot officer, excuse me, I don't know him, but if somebody walks up to you and they're like nice, like, oh, hey, I like hamburger, you know, like, that doesn't mean he's a good person, dude. He's just acting. You don't, man, discern for yourself out there if somebody's a good person. Who's good anyway? There is not one good. Only the Lord is good. The report said Jaamat Ul-Fuqra, known in the U.S. as Muslims of America, owns or is leasing hundreds of acres of property from New York to California, in which the leader boasts of conducting the most advanced training courses in Islamic military warfare. In a captured recruitment video, he states in English, "We are fighting to destroy the enemy." The recruitment video shows American converts to Islam being instructed in the operation of AK-47 rifles, rocket launchers and machine guns, and C4 explosives. It provides instruction in how to kidnap Americans, kill them, and how to conduct sabotage and subversive operations. And let me tell you something about these people. They don't believe in the rule of law. They will torture you, pull out your fingernails. They will burn your fingers off. They will hit you in the face so many times your eye will fall out. They don't give a damn about you, especially because you believe in Jesus Christ, man. They're so mad at you for that. They think it's like good to hate Jesus Christ and to kill all of his followers and his bride. You know, we're not. You know, I'm not gonna lay down to this. You know, it's time to stand and build your faith and stand on the rock, because the times ahead are gonna be tough, man. According to this type of stuff. Sabotage subverts operations. Jaamat Ul-Fuqra's attack on American soil range, from bombings to murder to plots to blow up the U.S. landmarks, U.S. landmarks. A 2006 Department of Justice report states Jaamat Ul-Fuqra has more than 35 suspected communes and more than 3,000 members spread across the United States, all in support of one goal: the purification of Islam through violence. In 2005, the Department of Homeland Security predicted the group would continue to carry out attacks in the U.S. Wall Street Journal reporter Daniel Pearl was attempting to interview Jaamat Ul-Fuqra's leader Gilani in 2002 when he was kidnapped and later beheaded. 1 year later, Lyman Ferris, member of both Jaamat Ul-Fuqra and Al-Qaeda, pleaded guilty in federal court to a plot to blow up the Brooklyn Bridge. What we are witnessing here is a kind of brand new form of terrorism, says FBI Special Agent Jody Weiss in the documentary. These homegrown terrorists can prove to be as dangerous as any known group, if not more so. Keep on guard, man. You know what I mean? I love how you guys stay informed, and God bless you all. Have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of your day. Subscribe.